Let's be real. You've probably given 2 weeks notice at a job before. Maybe even felt good about it, like you were being professional, respectful, doing the right thing. But here's the part nobody talks about. You're the only one showing up with that kind of loyalty. Your employer? They can cut you loose before lunch if they want to. One meeting, one email, and boom, you're out. No warning, no grace period, just done. So why are you handing them 2 weeks of free labor, advance warning, and total predictability when they'd never do the same for you? That's not professionalism. That's surrendering your leverage on principle. And yeah, I get it. We were taught this is how adults behave. You don't burn bridges. You give notice. You wrap things up neatly. But let's pull the camera back and look at what's actually happening here. Most people in American work culture believe that giving 2 weeks notice is a sign of integrity, that it protects your reputation, keeps doors open, shows you're responsible. It sounds noble, but it's built on a lie. The lie is that both sides play by the same rules, that employment is a mutual agreement between equals. It's not. It's a power imbalance disguised as partnership. You show up, trade 40 hours a week, and in return, you get a paycheck and the quiet understanding that as long as you don't mess up, you'll keep getting paid. But the second something changes, revenue dips, a manager gets cold feet, they decide to restructure, you're gone. No debate, no negotiation. Your access gets revoked before you even finish your coffee. Meanwhile, if you want out, you're expected to serve 2 full weeks like it's some kind of penance. 2 weeks where you're already checked out, mentally elsewhere, but still expected to show up, stay productive, and not rock the boat. Let me ask you, when was the last time a company gave you 2 weeks heads up before laying you off? Exactly. Here's the financial blind spot most people miss. Those 2 weeks aren't just time, they're money. And more importantly, their optionality. Let's break it down. Say you make $75,000 a year, roughly $36 an hour, assuming 2,080 hours a year. 2 weeks is 80 hours, so on paper, you're trading about $2,880 in wages for what? Goodwill? A neutral reference? Maybe. But here's what that number doesn't capture: the cost of delayed momentum. Because during those 2 weeks, you're not starting your next chapter. You're stuck in the old one. You're not interviewing, networking, or building. You're sitting at a desk, counting minutes, pretending everything's fine. And if your new job starts the day after your notice ends, congrats. You just gave your old employer a free 2-week extension of your skills, energy, and access while delaying your own progress. Now scale that. How many people reading this have stayed longer than 2 weeks because their boss asked them to just help wrap things up? 3 weeks? 4? I've seen it happen. People stretch it to 3 weeks, 4, even 5, out of guilt, obligation, or fear of seeming ungrateful. And what do they get in return? A lukewarm LinkedIn endorsement? A half-hearted "we'll miss you" from someone who won't remember your name in 6 months? Not worth it. Meet Jamie. She's 32, works in digital marketing, lives in Austin. Solid job, makes $82,000 a year. Good benefits, decent team. But she's been feeling stuck for months. The work's repetitive. Her ideas get ignored. She knows she's capable of more. She lands a better offer. Remote role, $95,000, more autonomy. Exciting stuff. She tells her manager she's leaving, and without thinking, she says, "I'll give you 2 weeks." Her manager looks relieved. "We really appreciate that. There's a big campaign launching next week. Your help finishing it would mean a lot." So Jamie stays, works through the campaign, trains her replacement, even answers emails after hours because it feels wrong to leave things messy. 2 weeks turn into 3, then almost 4. By the time she's fully out, she's lost nearly a month of forward motion. That's not loyalty. That's emotional labor being exploited. And financially, that lost month cost her over $6,000 in delayed income, not to mention the mental toll of dragging out an exit she'd already emotionally left. But worse, she gave her employer control over her timeline. Again. Let's talk about time. Not in abstract terms. Let's get concrete. At $82,000 a year, Jamie earns about $39 an hour. But that's not the full picture, because time isn't just about hourly pay, it's about life energy. Every hour she spent wrapping things up at a job she'd already left, that was an hour not spent with her partner, not spent learning a new skill, not spent building something for herself. That's the real cost. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Companies don't value your time the way you do. They value output, efficiency, risk mitigation. When they lay someone off, they calculate the severance against the savings. If cutting a role saves $100,000 a year and the severance is $20,000, it's a no-brainer. But when you leave, you're not supposed to think like that. You're supposed to prioritize relationships, feelings, doing the right thing. Why? Because the system benefits when you act emotionally while they act strategically. Now, I'm not saying you should ghost your job or sabotage your team. What I'm saying is rethink what leverage means. Your income isn't just a number on a paycheck. It's the tool that buys you freedom, control, options. And every decision you make around work, including how you leave, should be evaluated through that lens. Are you trading time for respect you won't get back? Are you sacrificing momentum for a gesture no one will truly appreciate? Because here's the reality. Your value isn't tied to how politely you exit. People don't remember you for staying 2 extra weeks. They remember you for the work you did while you were there, for how you showed up, solved problems, made things easier. If you were good, they'll say positive things, whether you gave 2 weeks or 2 days. If you weren't, no amount of notice will save your reputation. So stop treating notice like insurance. It's not protecting you, it's pacifying them. All right, so what's the alternative? First, understand that 2 weeks' notice is a social norm, not a legal requirement. In most states, employment is at will. That means either side can end the relationship at any time for any reason with no warning. You are under no obligation to give 2 weeks, period. Now, practically speaking, burning bridges isn't smart, but there's a difference between being reckless and being strategic. Here's how to adjust. 1. Don't announce your resignation until you have to. No hints.
No thinking about moving on conversations 6 months in advance. That just gives them time to replace you quietly or push you out early. 2. When you do resign, keep it simple. I've accepted another opportunity and am resigning effective date. That date doesn't have to be 2 weeks from now. It can be 7 days, or 10, or yes, even 2 days if your contract allows it. 3. Offer transition support on your terms. Say you'll help train someone, document your work, or be available for questions, but specify the boundaries. I'm happy to record walkthroughs this week and jump on a call or 2 next month if needed. That shows professionalism without surrendering control. 4. Get clear on your priorities. Is preserving a relationship with your manager worth delaying your growth? Is avoiding awkwardness worth losing a month of income and momentum? Ask yourself that, honestly. Look, I know this feels uncomfortable. We're conditioned to believe that compliance equals maturity. But maturity isn't doing what you're expected to. Maturity is understanding power dynamics and acting in your own interest anyway. You wouldn't expect a business to prioritize your feelings over its bottom line. Why are you doing the opposite? And let's be clear, this isn't about revenge or resentment. This is about alignment. Every hour you spend overgiving at the end of a job is an hour stolen from your next phase, from the side hustle you haven't started, from the family trip you keep postponing, from the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're in control, not just going through the motions. I had a friend, Marcus, software engineer, mid-30s, Chicago, made good money, hated his job. Toxic culture, endless meetings, zero growth. He got an offer from a startup, 20% more pay, equity, flexible schedule. He told his boss he was leaving. Boss said, "We'd really like you to stay through the quarter. Help us stabilize." Marcus said, "I can give you 1 week. I'll document everything, set up handoffs, and be available for questions remotely, but I need to move forward." They pushed, he held the line. Did they give him a bad reference later? Nope. When the new company checked in, his old boss said he was great, really solid contributor. No drama, no fallout, just a clean exit on his terms. And Marcus didn't feel guilty. He felt free because he finally treated his time like it mattered. Here's what I want you to walk away with. Your income isn't just a salary, it's leverage. And leverage isn't about status, it's about options. Every time you make a decision at work, especially how you leave, ask yourself, who benefits here? If the answer is always your employer, then you're not working a job. You're maintaining a system designed to extract from you. You don't owe anyone 2 weeks because that's how it's done. You owe it to yourself to stop giving away your most limited resource, time, for gestures that don't protect you. You can be professional without being compliant. You can be respectful without being used. And you can leave firmly, cleanly, confidently without asking for permission. Because in the end, no one is going to guard your future for you. Not HR, not your manager, not company policy. It's on you. So start acting like it.